All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Bench Talk Sports podcast, and we are super excited to be back. We've had a little bit of a break. We had a little bit of craziness in our lives, but now it looks like the light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to have some breathing room. We're going to give you guys a good month of content before we get to the summer, and I mean, this summer is going to be great. I mean, I know they say summer is a dead time for sports, but lucky for us, we have the World Cup. We have a lot of playoffs happen. NBA playoffs started, NHL playoffs started, the MLB is going on, golf is picking up. I mean, they always say they say sports is best in the fall, but I think right now this could be arguably the best time of year for sports. And how are you
Yeah,
doing, brother? I mean, let's
yeah.
welcome back to the pod.
It was nice to have a break. We got a golf round in, and sorry if my face changed colors. We're always on the move. We've got NHL playoffs rolling as we're recording. I'm over here watching the Lightning play, but it was nice. We did a For those of you who don't know, and I bet you whoever when they hear this probably thought we wouldn't talk about it, but it needs to be talked about. For those who don't know, we do a yearly scramble. A lot of it is intertwined within the Bench Talk team. Me and Jesus play against one of the co-hosts of the fourth line, and then one of his good friends. And last year we took a tough L. It was the
We
first
sold the
ever.
bag.
We did. We lost. But this year, as we claimed, got it right back. Got our get back. So did that. Feel like both of our really busy seasons kind of took over for a little bit, and then now it's full sports. And let me tell you, sports are rocking right now. If you haven't been keeping up with sports, I you have got to turn the TV on because this might be the best time of the year. I'm not gonna lie. This might be some of the greatest time of the year. We're football guys, but man, is it good right
No, and I gotta say this, and I'm so glad that you brought up that because I actually had that on my list that I wanted to bring up that Bench Talk
now.
beat the fourth line
We
in
did.
a golf scramble, and not only did we beat them, we absolutely dominated them. I mean, like it wasn't even close. I mean, it was really just the game was more about how good or bad we were going to play. It didn't matter how good they were going to play. It
True.
just only came down to us, and that's kind of what it's like being a dominant team. You can't play down to the team's level that you're playing against, and sometimes we can do that, and that was the mental slip that happened in the
Hmm.
first round. We fixed it. We were actually so for context, we gave them three holes. You know, in the back nine, they still had all those three holes. We had brought it back, and we then let it slip, and it was looking like a repeat of the year one scramble. But that's the thing about us is we got grit, and the bench talk pods
Dude,
got
we
grit,
do.
and we grinded out and battled and won it in the back nine. And a special shout out to Dalton on the fourth line because he was fuming. He was not happy about it. I mean,
That's probably the most mad I've ever seen him.
he knew that he lost, and he knows that he probably will never win again, and that's got to be a bad feeling.
Fortunate. And so, just to give context of how this ended, let's talk about 18. Let's talk about 18. For those of you who don't know, I'm not a great driver of the ball. I would say I'm more of an irons player. Jesus is kind of our big bomber, and that's what we need him for. So, step up to 18, hit a bad tee shot. Wasn't anything to be expected, but we've got our ace in the hole. Jesus gets up there and hits it, and it's in the water. Far left, far right in the water actually. And Dalton gets up there and hits an absolute bomb of a drive. I mean, it's just dead straight. They've probably got about 130 in, I'd say, maybe 140. I mean, the best drive he hit all day, which just makes it so much even sweeter. We're probably, what would you say, 205 out
I think
maybe?
we're 205, 215.
Yeah. He just gets up there. He hits one. He hits one close. We're probably about, I would say, maybe 20 yards. We're on the front of the green for sure. So maybe 15 yards. Dude, I get up there and I hit that 5 iron, and whoo, what a 5 iron it was. What a 5 iron it was.
Yeah, he stuck it. He stuck it, and I told Al, and this is the lucky thing is for me. Really, like right now, where I'm at with my golf game is the driver is getting a little more consistent. I think I put a couple of good drives out there for us in that scramble, and then the irons, I'm usually better with the irons. I had a bad iron day where it's just one of those days where it's just a little hooky, like just wasn't like it wasn't really my day. But I will tell you, I was rolling the rock.
But yeah, you
I
are.
think I sank about 5 or 6 putts, and I told Al, I said, I messed this up. I said, I gotta give one to you. And when he put it on the green, I knew I was like, I gotta give one to you. And I'll tell you, it was a 10 or 15 foot putt. It was not an easy
It was a
one.
tricky
It
one.
wasn't it wasn't a gimme one, and I sunk it too. And so that was just a teamwork right there.
It
Just
was
an
awesome.
absolute beautiful scramble hole, and even more poetic that we could have get it done on 18, and
Now,
we came away with that.
we need to ask this question. So for all the listeners, when you and your scramble partner are in a 2v2 and you finish 18 and you're tied, do you leave it as a tie or do you go to a putt off on the putting green? We, as the bench talk host, think that it has to be a putt off. You have to decide a winner. We don't do participation trophies. We're not big fans of those. There's got to be a winner. But there's rumors, Jesus, and maybe your sources can confirm this, that the other scramble team that we played against wasn't happy with the putt off, saying that we should have called it a tie.
And here's where I kind of I've heard about those things, and this is the interesting thing. When you get given 3 holes,
Mm,
I don't think you can accept
mm,
a tie on the 18th. I think you need to decide a winner. And
I
so
agree.
not only did we come back from 3 holes, we also and they sandbag us a little bit. Let's make that clear to the public.
Well,
'Cause
yeah,
we get
that needs to
sandbagged.
be. We do. We do.
It will no longer be that given. They get sandbagged. And actually, maybe it's almost perfect because we did actually tie. So maybe 3 holes is the number, but I think it's almost a little bit of sandbag. We played some good golf, and I think Dalton, as much as we give him crap, is a little bit better than he gives himself credit for. He's a pretty good
Oh yeah,
player.
100%. Yes, 100%.
And so and even Adam's a good little player too. He has his moments. They seem to pick up each other's slack a little bit very well, and so
Yeah,
they're a
we
tough
might.
scramble team. They've got good chemistry, but nonetheless, we won on the putt off because we're just elite. We were rolling it well.
I
I
mean,
just
but
took
I
it
want
home
to
for us on
know.
the putt off.
I want to know in the comments. I want to know what the
Yeah,
thoughts are with that because I feel like you gotta
especially
decide a
yours,
winner.
Dalton.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
and
It was a good little vacation. Good little vacation.
yeah, good time off, and I feel like this is the perfect segue here. Talking about golf. Let's do. It's been a crazy month for golf. I feel like
True.
we need to recap it a little bit. Let's just start off right here, and we'll just go here. Rory winning the Masters again. And the more that I look at it, the more that I wish I would have called this because it makes sense. I feel like Rory plays well at Augusta, but Rory is his game is fits well for Augusta, and I feel like now he has the pressure off his back. He doesn't have to win anymore. He already won. He's got the green jacket, and now he just goes up there and he's just free. And I'm like, man, that makes so much sense. I feel like always the thing with Rory is that he would feel the pressure and he would let it slip a little bit. But now I feel like he just is
Uh oh.
playing so free. He doesn't
My
care anymore.
my thing is cooked.
No, you're good.
Oh, we're
We're
good.
right here still.
Yeah. So with Rory. Okay. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, he's the most infuriating golfer to watch. He just is. For one, if you really look into it, if you look into his Saturday and Sunday rounds, he really didn't play great. Like, he made his move. He won the tournament on Thursday and Friday, and then just held on for dear life. Um, and then the rest of the field, Cameron Young had an incredible
He
tournament.
did.
I wanted him to win it really bad. I think Cameron Young is going to be an absolute star. I think he's going to win a bunch of majors, maybe two or three. But yeah, I mean, Scotty finished second. Bench or we don't even have to say bench talk. You can say the Alex curse on Scotty continues. Yeah, I mean, hands up, like congratulations to Rory. I mean, he got a second green jacket. He played great on Friday. Thursday he was great. I think he was 8 under on Thursday, and then Friday he was unbelievable. Like, Friday was by far the I thought the toughest day. Like, the course was so insanely dry and so firm, but I mean, if you're the best player when in those conditions, like, you should win the tournament.
Yeah, and we can keep calling it the bench talk curse. I mean, we cursed everyone except Team USA. the boys in red, white, and blue got it done for us in the U.S. hockey.
Maybe
But
we're
Quad
just
God,
Patriots.
generational curse. Patriots, generational curse. Scotty Scheffler, generational. I mean, the bench talk curse is still affecting the Patriots. I mean, we'll get into it later, but freaking Vrabel over here is having a little
Dude,
scenario.
we've
And that's
actually.
probably
Oh my
due to us.
gosh.
We might have killed that franchise, and so we'll get into that when we talk about the NFL a little later. But
Think about that.
yeah, bench talk curse is real, and we're sorry, Scotty. We're glad to see you're fighting the good fight, and you're back-to-back seconds. I mean, you're getting closer, man.
Even
And,
him at
and,
RBC, we
next,
kind of cursed.
yeah,
And for
it's
those
not
who don't
good.
know, Scotty went into a playoff on 18 against Fitzpatrick and had about, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 175 in and just absolutely hit the biggest sky ball ever and was about 40 yards probably short. Like, dude, we've got a problem, or I have a problem.
No, yeah, and so Scotty has been just cursed, and now we kind of got the match talk a little bit over. I want to talk about something that I think is important to talk about here. What is going on in the golf world right now? And I feel like the golf world has a lot of drama right now. I mean, first off, we have Sergio Garcia chalking up the tee box at Augusta. We have Max Homa then call him out, and then do this. He just chucks his club. Then we have Bryson in Mexico. Just what is this? Hit your freaking ball, dude. And
Yeah,
and then
Bryson.
Live is kind of seems like it's falling apart a little bit. I mean, now I want to get your take. We'll start first. Get your take on Garcia and Homa. Do you think this comes from a place of entitlement, or is it just like this is normal frustration stuff? Like what do you think here?
I I've thrown plenty of clubs in my day, and I'm nowhere on that level. So I think I you just the only thing with Garcia is you just can't do that at the Masters. You know what I mean? It's just the setting of where he did it at. Like Max's is whatever. Like we see players snap clubs, throw clubs, do all that. Like, but you just can't really do it at the Masters. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I had the opportunity to play the Masters, man, I would probably chunk up that course so badly. So
Yeah,
it'd
it'd be
just be
so
equivalent
bad.
to the uh, breaking of the tee box. I would probably just screw the whole course up. But so
Yeah,
I
it'd
can't
be
guess like
bad.
I'm not in no position to hate. I did think it was funny though that Homa called him out and then proceeded to lose his head. Not
Yeah,
call him out, but just like kind of
he
criticize him a
commented
little
on it.
bit. Yeah, he commented on it, and then next weekend he just was no better, and so that was pretty funny. I bet Garcia was laughing about that one. He probably thought that was good stuff. Um, Now let me get Bryson. Now people are saying Bryson is turning into the old Bryson. Bryson gained a lot of popularity recently due to his YouTube channel, and I've been seeing a lot of people saying this is the old Bryson coming back because Bryson now is he had that kind of situation where he was in the rough and was kind of complaining. He had the situation where he pulled out because of his wrist. He complained at the Masters. People are starting to jump off the Bryson train. Where are you on?
So the thing about Bryson that makes him so interesting is I think a lot of his likability comes from YouTube, and I think when you like whoever at Live was letting those shots of him like air live just like must hate Bryson because I think ever since he dropped his club's like sponsor, whoever I think it was LA Golf, who was doing all of his clubs and stuff, and now he's 3D printing all of his stuff. Like I think Bryson's just pissed because one, he was horrible at the Masters, like all time bad performance. Like missed the cut, was really really bad, and now he just mucks it up again at the live. And I think he's just trying to figure out his golf game and doesn't have the clubs to figure it out. And I think it's just adding on pressure. But yeah, this does feel like the old Bryson, like back when Bryson had no idea what his clubs were doing, had no idea how to play golf, and then was just an angry like person all the time.
Yeah, and I don't know why he did that. Switch to 3D printing clubs, and I don't know much about that, and this is where I'm probably casual. And if that would give you that much, are a lot of other pros doing that, or is that just one of those
It's
Bryson
just a Bryson
experiments that
thing.
we're seeing?
Yeah, it's just a Bryson thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also on the live, I just want to shout out, dude, John Rahm. We got to get this guy back on the tour. He's a
Yeah,
machine.
dude. Rombo's so nasty. He needs to come back to PGA so bad.
Yeah, Rom is just and he's a pretty likable guy. I feel like he's a
Yeah, he's super
fun
likable.
golfer to watch. He has that unorthodox swing too, but he was just like I was watching some highlights of the live tournament. The guys are playing well, and then just Rom is just unfazed. He was just so good.
Yeah, dude, he's by far the best player on that tour. I think, in
Yeah,
my opinion, I like him way more than
yeah.
Bryson.
I mean, they have got like I think Hatton's pretty good too, but
Hatton
I
is
think
good.
Rom is I think
Rom
Rom is the
is,
guy.
yeah.
Especially with Bryson playing as he's playing right now. Bryson probably isn't the best player on the tour.
Oh, breaking news! I don't know when this dropped, but I just got an alert. The Tennessee Titans are hosting the 2030 Super Bowl.
Mmm. Nash is getting a Super Bowl.
We're getting a Super Bowl 2030.
I mean, that's gonna be the new stadium too, right?
Yeah, the stadium, like we should be playing it in 2027. So I think, hopefully, I don't know if it's this season or the following season, but I mean, we just got announced as having a Super Bowl.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Bench Talk Sports, Nashville, 2030 Super Bowl. Here we go.
That's gonna be Nashville's gonna be rocking, dude. That's gonna be
I mean,
awesome for the
Nashville is
city.
gonna be rocking. It is going to be a crazy, crazy time in Nashville during that.
Yeah, that's gonna be